People aren't as inspired as they claim to be. When I first heard that statement, it changed how I approached the things that I didn't want to do, but I knew were good for me to do. Things like budgeting, things like today, where I was in bed and I knew I wanted to create content. I knew I wanted to go outside and take photos of the snow, but I also was like really okay with just lying in bed and watching Hulu. Just because you don't feel motivated to do something doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. I think we all have like this general motivation of wanting to be our best selves, wanting to have our dream lives down the line, wanting these things for ourselves generally, but then we have days where we don't feel inspired to work towards our dreams, where we don't feel motivated, where we actually feel like we want to give up on those dreams. And then maybe those days turn into weeks, and then maybe those weeks sometimes turn into months, and sometimes those months turn into years of not being motivated, of just not being inspired by anything, just not wanting to create anything because you don't feel motivated to. But people aren't as motivated or inspired as they claim to be. Not everything will bring on this sense of adrenaline or dopamine, or at least not at first. I also tend to find that once you start the thing that you don't really want to do, you're gonna end up getting into some type of flow because like, yeah, even though I don't want to budget and look at how much I make and like be like, okay, Sabrina, you gotta stop buying all this Chipotle or else we ain't gonna have no money, child. Even though I don't want to do that, in a couple of months, once I have like probably $200 more than I usually have because I stopped buying so much Chipotle, I'd be content, even though I didn't feel inspired in the moment to look at how I was spending and look at how much I was making. One story that really sticks with me is the lead actress on the show, Netflix show, Never Have I Ever. And she talks about in this interview with Jay Shetty how the day she made her audition tape, she was just feeling so depressed and she didn't want to go and do it. And her friend was like, let's go and do it. And she was like, you know what? Let's do it. She got there, didn't feel great, made the video, ended up feeling better because she had a good time. She was having fun with her friend and ended up being the star of a Netflix show because her audition tape was the one of thousands selected. There are gonna be days, weeks, months that you don't feel inspired to do shit, that you'd rather just watch TV, go to work, eat, and not work towards the things that you want to create for yourself. That doesn't mean don't do it. That also doesn't mean don't take breaks. That also doesn't mean that you shouldn't rest, because you should rest. You should take the days to be off of something and not have to worry about other stuff. But just because you don't feel inspired or motivated, or you don't have this sense of jubilee, doesn't mean it's not the right thing, and it does also doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. Because if I just stayed at home and didn't come out to record this video, yeah, my hands wouldn't feel as numb as they do, but also I wouldn't have gotten to talk to y'all. I wouldn't have gotten to take photos and create content. Don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait to feel motivated. Don't wait until things feel like they're aligning perfectly for you to do that thing that you said that you were gonna do. Because maybe that inspiration won't come. Maybe that inspiration will not come. But you have to create the inspiration for yourself, and trust me, once you start, it's not gonna feel, oh, I have it. And trust me, once you start, it's not gonna feel that bad. So, yeah.